Welcome to today's presentation. Dinosaurs lived millions of years ago, long before humans ever appeared on Earth. This means they roamed the planet in a completely different time period, and they are part of Earth's ancient history. Understanding when dinosaurs existed helps us see just how long ago they were around, which is really fascinating. It also highlights how much the planet has changed since then. This sets the stage for our overall theme of exploring Earth's incredible history and the different creatures that have lived here over millions of years. Let's take a closer look at some of the fascinating dinosaurs that roamed the Earth. We have Brachiosaurus, Apatosaurus, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and Iguanodon. These names might sound familiar, and each of these dinosaurs played a unique role in their ecosystems. One important thing to remember is that most dinosaurs were herbivores, meaning they mainly ate plants. This helps us understand how they survived and interacted with their environment. Recognizing these plant-eating dinosaurs gives us a better picture of prehistoric life and the diversity of species that existed millions of years ago. This theme of adaptation and survival is central to understanding the history of dinosaurs. Herbivores' teeth were often blunt and flat, which might not sound very exciting at first, but it's actually a really important adaptation. These kinds of teeth are specifically designed to help them crush and grind down plants effectively. Unlike carnivores, which have sharp teeth for tearing meat, herbivores need these flat surfaces to process their plant-based diet. This adaptation shows how their teeth evolved to match what they eat, and it highlights the incredible ways animals adapt to their environments. Overall, understanding these differences helps us see how diverse and specialized animal features are in relation to their diets. Apatosaurus had long, thin teeth, which might seem like a small detail, but it actually tells us a lot about how they ate. These teeth were perfectly adapted for their diet, helping them rake through grass with ease. Unlike animals with strong, crushing teeth for tough plants, Apatosaurus's teeth were more like a comb or rake, ideal for pulling up and stripping leaves or grass. This connection between their teeth and their feeding habits helps us understand how these massive creatures thrived on a herbivorous diet. It's a great example of how even tiny features can reveal the bigger picture about their lifestyle and environment. They might have eaten plants like small palm trees. It's possible that Triceratops browsed on these kinds of vegetation. What's really interesting is that Triceratops had teeth that helped them to chew up food effectively. This adaptation was crucial for breaking down tough plant material. Overall, understanding their diet and specialized teeth helps us learn more about how these incredible dinosaurs survived in their environment. Today, I want to talk about what Diplodocus primarily ate. These giant dinosaurs mainly fed on leaves, which makes sense given their long necks that allowed them to reach high into the trees. Interestingly, they didn't have any teeth in the back of their mouths, which means they couldn't chew their food like mammals do. Instead, scientists believe that they swallowed small stones, called gastroliths, to help grind up the plant material inside their stomachs. This adaptation was crucial for their digestion, allowing them to process large amounts of foliage efficiently. Understanding these feeding habits helps us see how these incredible creatures thrived in their environment and connects to the bigger picture of dinosaur evolution and survival strategies. Let's take a closer look at some of the most well-known carnivorous dinosaurs. First up is Tyrannosaurus rex, often called T-Rex. This massive predator was at the top of the food chain during its time, with powerful jaws and sharp teeth perfect for hunting and consuming other animals. Next, we have Velociraptor, which was smaller but incredibly agile and intelligent. It likely hunted in packs, making it a formidable predator despite its size. Then there's Giganotosaurus, one of the largest theropods, even bigger than T-Rex in some cases, and also a fierce meat eater. The key point here is that some dinosaurs were definitely carnivores. Their adaptations, like sharp teeth and claws, were specialized for hunting and eating meat. Recognizing these distinctions helps us understand the diversity of the dinosaur world and how different species evolved to occupy various ecological niches. This also ties into our overall theme of how dinosaurs were incredibly diverse, with some being predators like these and others being herbivores. Carnivores, or meat-eating animals, had teeth that were specially adapted to their diet. Their teeth were sharp like knives, which is a key feature for their survival. These sharp teeth allowed them to effectively cut through meat, making it easier to eat and digest their food. This adaptation highlights how their teeth evolved to suit their carnivorous lifestyle. It's an important point because it shows how physical features like teeth are closely linked to an animal's diet and survival strategies. Throughout this presentation, we see how these specialized traits helped carnivores thrive in their environments by efficiently processing their food. Herbivores, as you can see, tended to be slower animals. This is because their food, mainly plants, provided less energy compared to other sources, so they didn't need to move as quickly to survive. On the other hand, land-living carnivores developed strong, long legs. These adaptations allowed them to move quickly, which was crucial for catching prey. These differences in movement and body structure really highlight how animals evolve specialized traits to thrive in their specific roles within their environments. It all ties back to the overall theme of adaptation and how different species optimize their physical features for survival. Smaller meat eaters, like these clever velociraptors, played an interesting role in the prehistoric ecosystem. They often hunted in packs, which made them more effective predators despite their size. This pack behavior is similar to what we see in some modern animals today. Alternatively, they also took advantage of the leftovers left behind by larger dinosaurs. So, they were quite adaptable, either actively hunting smaller prey or scavenging from the kills of bigger predators. This behavior highlights the complexity of dinosaur ecosystems, showing how different species interacted and coexisted. It also underscores the idea that survival depended on both hunting skills and opportunistic feeding. Understanding these smaller predators helps us piece together the broader picture of how dinosaurs thrived and maintained balance within their environment. Let's take a closer look at some fascinating marine reptiles like Plesiosaurus and Ichthyosaurus. These creatures are often called fish in a broad sense because they lived in the ocean, but they weren't actually fish. They were reptiles adapted to aquatic life. Now, thinking about their diet, what do you suppose these ancient sea dinosaurs ate? They likely hunted smaller fish, squid, and other marine animals. Their sharp teeth and streamlined bodies were perfect for catching fast-moving prey in the water. This helps us understand how diverse and specialized these creatures were, fitting into the larger picture of prehistoric oceans teeming with life. So, their diet isn't just about what they ate, but also about how they evolved to thrive in their environment. It's a great example of adaptation, how these sea dinosaurs became efficient predators in their aquatic world. Omnivores, or animals that eat both plants and animals, often had a beak instead of teeth. This beak was really useful for cracking eggs and picking up different kinds of food. Interestingly, they didn't have teeth like some other dinosaurs, which shows how their diet required different adaptations. So, what do you think they ate? Well, some dinosaurs were actually omnivores, meaning they enjoyed a varied diet that included both plants and smaller animals. This diversity in eating habits helps us understand how adaptable and versatile dinosaurs could be. It also ties into the overall theme of how different species evolved unique features to survive in their environments. All right, now let's have some fun and test your knowledge. Click on the link to play a quick sorting game. Can you sort these dinosaurs into their dietary groups, herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores? Think about the different features we've discussed, like teeth, claws, and body size, that help these creatures find their food. Remember, herbivores mainly eat plants, carnivores hunt other animals, and omnivores do a bit of both. This activity ties into our overall theme of understanding how dinosaurs adapted to their environments based on their diets. So, go ahead and give it a try. It's a great way to reinforce what we've learned today. Let's take a moment to look at the different types of omnivores, carnivores, and herbivores. Omnivores are creatures that eat a variety of foods, including both plants and animals. They have a flexible diet, which helps them adapt to different environments. Carnivores, on the other hand, primarily eat meat. Their bodies are specialized for hunting and digesting animal flesh efficiently. Herbivores are animals that mainly consume plants. They have specialized teeth and digestive systems designed to break down tough plant material. Understanding these dietary categories is important because it helps us see how different animals adapt to their environments and how their diets influence their roles in ecosystems. This diversity of feeding habits is a key part of the overall food web and ecological balance.